Hello, welcome to MK Pink Bootcamp number 4. And if this is your very first training, congratulations. You are a new consultant, or maybe you're reviving your Mary Kay business. And I just want to congratulate you for getting started. Now, you don't have to have number 1 to, begin the training. You can start right here with number 4. And if you've not done anything else, then you'll just go to number 1, number 2, number 3, right? Okay. If you've already done 1, 2, and 3, then congratulations. You're on your very last training video. Congratulations. Super excited to congratulate you on finishing all 4 videos. So tonight we're going to talk a little bit about the mechanics of your office. Okay. Now, although they are not the most important part of the business, we are in the people business. So being with the people is the most important. It is an important part of your business because it keeps you running on track. It keeps you doing your money management correctly. And at the end of the year, you're going to be so thankful that you have everything organized because your taxes are going to be so much easier. Okay. So I'm here to explain all of that to you tonight. And be sure that if you have any questions, write them down. You can pop on our Monday night meeting early and I can go over any questions that you have, or we could set up a phone call one-on-one and I can go through your questions. Okay. Either way, we'll get you taken care of. So the first thing that we're going to start out with is weekly plan sheet. Now, weekly plan sheet is exactly that. It is planning your week. Now, everybody likes to do it a little bit different. I like to start on Sunday. So Sunday is kind of my day to prep. Like I like to make my menus for the week and order my groceries and make my weekly plan sheet and do my brain dump and do my weekly accomplishment sheets and all those things. I like to do them all on Sunday. Okay. Like Sunday afternoon. I usually don't work on Sundays except for this kind of thing. And so it is, it's a great time to be able to do that. Now you can print this off. Underneath the video on the landing page, you'll have the ability to print all these things off. Okay. So you can print this off. When my kids were little, I would print this off for them. And I would put on there like who was picking them up from gymnastics and what days they went to gymnastics, what days, they were with grandma or whatever. Like they knew everything. And so they, to this day, still work on a weekly plan sheet. So I want to show you how it is kind of done. I have kind of a demo here. Okay. So this is obviously just a little demo, right? But the first thing that you want to do is you want to write in your week everything that can't be changed, like picking up your kids from school. Like you can't adjust that time, right? Maybe your church service, you can't adjust that time, right? It's set in stone. Anything else that you can't change the time, it's non-negotiable. It's got to be done at that time. Okay. You want to write all of those in, like your job. If you work 8 to 5, then that's going to be in there first. Like that's your priority, right? So you're going to put everything in your weekly plan sheet that is non-negotiable. Okay. Then you want to account for everything. You want to account for date night. You want to account for Bible study, maybe exercise, prepping for food, chores, anything like that you have to do. You want to account for that in your calendar. Okay. And then you're going to plug in your Mary Kay. So where does that fit in? For me, it's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday nights, as you can see. Okay. And so maybe you have one day that you don't work. So maybe you have a daytime that you can do Mary Kay, whatever that work looks like. And then you can transfer that to your calendar. And sometimes I like to highlight those calendar days, but you can then transfer those time slots to your calendar. And I like to pink highlight those that are my Mary Kay appointments. So then when I'm scheduling, I know what's open, right? Okay, now that is what I call Jen's weekly plan sheet because it's simple and it's just simple. So I like that one. But there is one that I want to show you that has a little bit more spice to it. So if you are working on a goal, or maybe you want to be more consistent in your business, then this might be the weekly plan sheet for you, because on the side, it also is great for tracking. Isn't this awesome? I wish we had this when I was a newer consultant, because I really think I would have used it a lot. You can actually see at the top, like how many parties it takes to be a star consultant, right? Or to earn a car. And then you can track your weekly sales, being a star, team building, notes for the week. And then at the bottom, your daily results. It's awesome. So it has the same plan sheet, but it also has your goal sheet within that. So this is a great one too. And it's going to be part of the resources that you can print off as well. Now, it is called weekly plan sheet because you want to print it weekly. Okay. You want to do it weekly. That's why I do it every Sunday night. And if you were to go to my refrigerator, you would see a weekly plan sheet attached to my refrigerator right now, because that's what we do, is we plan out our week. Okay. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. But this is a great way to organize your family, organize your time, and be strategic and intentional about your time, which is important. Your time is valuable, right? We only get a certain amount of time each day, right? So, and you'll be surprised at how much time you waste. It is really amazing. You're like, how do I have this much time left over? Right? Okay. So now we're going to head on and talk about money management. Before I pull up the form, I want to show you what it looks like in person. Okay. So there's two sides. There's a blank side for you to fill out for yourself. Okay. And then there's a demo side. Now, the demo side is going to show you a 90-10 split, an 80-20 split, a 70-30 split, and a 60-40. Ultimately, you want to get to that 60-40 split so that you're making 40% profit, actually 50% profit, but 10% will go to expenses. So you are making a 50% profit, and you want to manage your business working at that level, right? So, but sometimes people can't start with inventory. And so they're using part of their profits to build their inventory. Okay. Now let me bring this up on the window here so you can see it. So you can see how it's going to divide your money. Now, once you get the hang of this, you can use a notebook. You can use a piece of paper folded up in your money bag, or, whatever you have that you use to put your money in. Okay. And this is going to help you track. Now this was formulated before we had Excel spreadsheets, probably. And some of you that love Excel spreadsheets, you could create this on your own computer and work with it online if you'd like to. I'm a paper girl. Unfortunately, I'm trying to switch over to using more digital stuff, but it's just really hard. Right? It is so hard. So you can see how to divide your money using this formula. And so you're going to make a sale. Let's just say you sold $100. Easy math. Okay. $100. And then you're going to divide that into $60 and $40. Okay. So 50% of that $100 or $50 is going to go to purchase the product from Mary Kay, right? 10% is going to go towards expenses and overhead. All right. Maybe you need to make a payment on your loan for your inventory. Maybe you need some Section 2 items. Maybe you're paying for, your conference or whatever. There's going to be that 10% there that's going to be helping towards expenses, business aids, etc. Okay. Or processing fees. And then 40% will go into your pocket. Now that is ideal, and not everybody can start there, but that's the formula that you want to get to eventually. But this will help you divide that if you're building your inventory, how to take portion of your profit and build your inventory. Okay. And then of course, this is the tracking sheet. There is a demo sheet for you to use so that you can kind of see how that works. Okay. Hopefully that made sense. I have to say, when I came into Mary Kay, I didn't even know how to balance my checkbook. Some of you don't even know what a checkbook is. But I have learned through a lot of mistakes how to run my business. And I will tell you that I want to know if you are struggling in any way. I would love to be the person to help guide you through that. I have done it wrong a lot of times and it's gotten me in a lot of trouble. And so I definitely want to be that person that you reach out to and say, hey, this really doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand. Can you help me? Or, hey, I've totally screwed up. I got to get back in the ball game. Can you help me? Because I've been there before and I want to be the one to help you. So please reach out. Okay. All right. Then we're going to talk about, actually, let's go to In Touch. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oops. Sorry about that. Okay. We're going to go to In Touch. Okay. So I've recorded this twice now. Actually, this is my third time. And when I present In Touch, I think YouTube is deleting my video because I'm adding personal information. So I'm not going to share my screen. I'm just going to walk you through In Touch. Okay. Now, maybe I'll do a separate recording, or I could show you personally, but basically you're going to go on to In Touch. Okay. Which hopefully by now you've been on there a lot, and you're going to go to Business Tools. Under Business Tools is going to be Weekly Accomplishment Sheets. Okay. On your weekly accomplishment sheet, it is going to be where you add in all of your totals of your sales, and it's going to track your sales for the year. Okay. Then at the end of the year, you'll be ready for your taxes. Now, before you even do your weekly accomplishment sheets, if you go to My Customers and you enter your orders in My Customers, then those orders will automatically go into weekly accomplishment sheets. And then you won't even have to do that. It's one step and it's done. So get in the habit of going to My Customers and entering the orders under your customer. You're going to have a profile with their history of products they've ordered, and you're going to be able to submit those right into your weekly accomplishment sheets and have your sales for the year, which is going to be ready for your taxes. Okay. So there's that. We can do that individually if you need help finding that. I'm just afraid they're going to cut my video again. So we're going to go on to tax forms. Okay. So here is the tax form. It looks like this in person. Okay. And you'll see it looks the same. Okay. So I'm going to add that to the stage so that you can see it. So what I like my consultants to do is to print off 12 of these, one for every single month. And then you're just going to label it each month. Okay. Now, these have all the things listed that you can deduct. So you want to print this off 12 times. Okay. And you want to get 12 envelopes like this. Okay. It's just a 9 by 11 or 8 by 10 envelope. Okay. It doesn't have to be pink. And then you're going to label it by the month. Okay. Whatever the month is. Okay. So I'm going to remove that so I can show you a little bit better. Okay. So you're going to have 12 of these. Okay. And then you're going to have 12 envelopes. Okay. Now, inside your envelope is going to be all of your receipts. It's going to be anytime you get an order from Mary Kay, you get one of these. And that is like your receipt. You're going to put that in your envelope. Okay. So that's going to go in my envelope. And then when you use the product for demo, I like to just cut off the end that shows what the name is. Okay. I have several here. Okay. So let's just say you took these out for demo. I'm going to put them inside my envelope. Okay. And then whatever else receipts that you have, you're going to just put those inside your envelope. You can also put, your mileage. So if you are tracking your mileage, this is a really easy way to do that. This is a check register. And you can just write in. Now you can keep this like on your visor, and you can just write in where you're going, who you're delivering to, or whatever, and then the miles. And this is a great mileage tracker. And if you have one per month, then you can just stick it in your envelope. Now, if you just do one per year, then you'll just save this till the end of the year. Okay. So tracking your mileage, anytime you take product to somebody, or you give samples away, or you're going to a vendor booth, or you're coming to my house, or you're going to a meeting, or you're going to an event, or anything like that, you want to track your mileage. Okay. Because you can get a lot of money back on tracking your mileage. Okay. So that is how that works. Then at the end of the month, you're just going to add everything up. Okay. So whether it is your personal sales, or expenses, business cards, preferred customer program, you got greeting cards for customers, or whatever you got. Okay. You're going to add it all up. You're going to add it all up. And then at the end of the year, you're going to have 12 papers. You're just going to add each row up, total up the 12, and then you're done with your taxes for the year. It's that simple, right? Don't make it hard. Okay, so that is how you track your taxes. Okay, easy peasy, mileage, all the things. Now, the last thing that I want to share with you is that you might get something that looks like this in the mail. Okay. It is not a credit card. A lot of consultants think that it is a credit card. It is actually a Mary Kay debit card, and it comes in the mail. And anytime you earn commission or anything like that, it's going to be automatically deposited on your debit card. Okay. So I don't want you to freak out if you got that card in the mail. Mary Kay signed me up for a credit card or anything like that, because that's not what happened. Okay. It is a debit card. So when you earn commissions from Mary Kay, then you have an account that they deposit that money into. Okay. And it's pink and it's cute. So I wanted you to know what that is for. Okay. Now I'm sure that this is a lot of information, might be a little overwhelming, and maybe all this kind of stuff isn't your forte. Okay. It wasn't mine either. So just know that we'll walk you through it and write down all your questions. Please message me, and we'll make sure that you know everything that you need to know about what you need to know. Okay. So you can totally handle it. Trust me, if I can do it, you can do it too. I promise. Okay. Anyway, happy MK Pink Bootcamp number 4. And be sure to find all the resources underneath the video, and be sure to reach out if you have any questions. All right. Congratulations again.